Hey everybody, it's time for another Tony's Tidbits, and today should be a quick one. I have a mechanical keyboard and I just went into the office. We're returning into the office after the pandemic or as we get more vaccinated, we're returning into the office, and I have a Cherry MX Red keyboard that could be disturbing to others as I'm typing at work. And so what I did was buy these rubber O-rings to help dampen the noise of the Cherry MX Reds. They're actually not as clicky, or does not have that clickety-clacky noise such as with the blues or maybe even the browns. The Reds are pretty good, and actually the only time that you're making a noise is when you're bottoming out the key instead of the blue where it's an actual click. So I'm going to go into the overview mode and kind of show you the keyboard, show you how to pull the keys, and also how to install the rubber O-rings so that they are a little bit more or dampen a little bit more of the key press. Hey everybody, so what we have here is my Cherry MX Red. This is a pretty cheap actual mechanical keyboard that I bought off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. I'm not sure if this is available anymore, but this was a really inexpensive mechanical Cherry MX Red. Seriously, it was, I think when I bought it, it was less than $30, which I was floored because for a mechanical keyboard, that's really cheap. We have our key puller here, and we have the O-rings. And what I'm going to do here is look at just an O-ring and kind of put it up close. You can see just a little tiny O-ring that goes over the post of the actual keycap itself. And you can use one of these if you have a key that actually is harder to take off. You can use this guy. You can actually just pull it off. You can see this is the Cherry MX Red there. And right here on this post is where you install the O-ring. So what I'll do here is take this O-ring and then just kind of just nudge it over. And you don't have to like push it down, because the moment that you install the key, it will just go and push the O-ring where it's supposed to be. Push it back down. There it is. So this is what this would sound like with an O-ring. And I'm kind of pushing it pretty hard. And this is what it is without the O-ring. See it? You can hear it bottoming out, kind of loud if you're in an office environment. This could be annoying depending on who you're sitting with or who you're sitting around. And then you have with the O-ring. And I'm pushing it with about the same amount of pressure. So pro tip here is if you like how the bottoming out of the key is, I would recommend that you don't put the O-ring on the enter key. Don't put the O-ring on the backspace key. And I like to jam sometimes the escape key, so I won't put one on there. And the delete key. So any of those keys that you kind of use maybe sparingly, but you want to get that, tactile feedback, you may not want to put a O-ring on there. Actually, I jammed this key a lot. Maybe I will put an O-ring on that one. Definitely spacebar, because you're always kind of like putting that spacebar on there. But what you would have to do is just one by one. I already put an O-ring on this. This has an O-ring, so both of these. And then this one does not have an O-ring. So that's how it sounds like. So what you do is just pull all the keys that you want one by one, and then just install the O-ring, and then you'll have a more quieter keyboard. Thanks for tuning in to Tony's Tidbits. If you want more videos, hit the subscribe. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.